and to their partners or for their partnership. Now I would like to introduce you all to Sasha St. Felix, 211 director with First Contact, which you may, like me, still sometimes call 211 Tampa Bay Cares. Miss Sasha, would you like to say hello?
Yes, hi everyone. So today I am going to focus on the homeless helpline. However, we have other programs at 211. Do you mind going to the next slide, please? All right. So First Contact, we are split into two departments. So there is a 211 department and 988 department. So the 211, we have a 211 program, excuse me, that provides information and referral. As I mentioned, we have 988, which provides suicide and crisis intervention services. We have other programs like the Homeless Helpline, the Veteran Peer Support Program, First Responder, the Family Caregiver Line, and so forth. There are many other programs. In regards to financial assistance, we have the Adult Emergency Financial Assistance Program, the United Way Fund, the Duke Here to Help Fund, available for those in need. Next slide. Okay. All right. The Homeless Helpline is funded by Pinellas County Human Services in partnership with the Homeless Leadership Alliance. And First Contact is a screening entity for the Homeless Helpline. The Homeless Helpline is operational Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. until 5, and it's staffed by 2 agents that answer the calls full time between those hours. And what we screen for, we add families to the shelter prioritization list. We also discuss diversion services, and we provide information and referrals. So last year, we received about 5,000 calls for families and 6,000 calls for individuals that were seeking connection to shelter services. All right, so what you're currently looking at is a flow map for what happens for calls received during business hours and calls that are received after hours. So during business hours, our specialists, they have conversations with the callers to identify their needs. They explore past experiences and risk factors. They also collaborate with the caller to consider various and immediate housing solutions. So this includes relocation assistance, their natural supports, services outside of Pinellas County. We also talk about diversion programs and so forth. For those households that meet HUD's definition for Category 1, we discuss shelter options. And for those that do not meet the category, we provide information and referrals. And we also explore eligibility for other programs that we have within 211. For those that meet HUD Category 1's definition, we collect some additional information that is entered into 211's database and also into HMIS. So for individuals that are seeking shelter placement, we, depending upon the situation, let's say there are some barriers where they're unable to reach out to the shelters themselves in order to coordinate services, our specialists reach out on their behalf to these shelters to coordinate services for them. For HUD Category 1 families, we set an appointment with HLA's community navigators for a coordinated entry assessment, and those are scheduled through Calendly. Households that are interested in engaging with HLA services or are unable to go to a shelter for one reason or another, we complete a HLA e-referral or a WUFU form on their behalf. Depending upon the need identified during the conversation, we may reach out to Street Outreach to advocate on their behalf as well. And after each conversation, we provide suitable referrals based upon the conversation we've had with the person. For calls that are received after hours, we provide them information and referrals, and we encourage them to call back during business hours to be screened by the Homeless Helpline. Now, for families that are doubled up with a leave date, we complete a HLA WUFU form. So we talk about diversion services with them. We do the same for families that are staying in motels. And for families that are facing eviction, these are families that are not HUD Category 1. So for families that are facing eviction and they are sustainable and their landlord is willing to accept payments from a third party in order to stop the eviction, we do discuss FSI Connects. Next slide. Question. Are there any questions about the homeless helpline? All right.
Awesome. Thank you so much for that, Sasha. That was really, really informative and very much appreciate you. Are there questions for Sasha about 211 and resources that you can be connected to through First Contact? No? Okay. Do we